Howdy folks, welcome back to World of Tanks with a mighty Jingles. We're rapidly bringing this replay contest to a close at last. It's been nearly 2 months since the deadline. It's taken this long to get through the amount of submissions that got sent in. Finally, we're onto the medium tanks. Now, you've seen some of the medium tank replays in some of the earlier roundups, when I wasn't focusing on any one particular category, while I was still going through the replays. Bit of a problem with the medium tanks, and this is the reason why I've left them till the end, because I had far more medium tank games sent in than anything else. Literally hundreds of medium tank replays, and it took forever to look through them all. Now, what I'm doing with the medium tank replay roundups is slightly different from what I've done with the others, purely because there are just too many medium tank games. What I've done previously is every time I looked at a replay, it went, if I was going to use it, it went into one of two folders. So for example, when I'm looking through the light tank games, if it's a good game but I don't think it's going to win, it goes into the light tank folder. If it's a really, really good light tank game that I really enjoyed and I thought had a shot at winning, there's a subfolder in the light tank folder called Winners, and it would go into that folder. And in previous roundups I've showed you, started off by showing you some of the games from just the light tank folder, and then as the replay roundups went on, I would start throwing in some of the games from the winning light tank folder until the last couple of roundups were just the guys in the winner folder. There just isn't time to do that with the medium tanks. If I was to show you every medium tank replay that I thought was worthy of showing you, these medium tank replay roundups would be going on for 2 months. So I've had to make a hard decision with the medium tanks, and it's kind of good news, kind of bad news. The bad news is there's going to be an awful lot of you who sent in medium tank replays that just aren't going to get shown in the medium tank roundups. The good news is all I'm showing you is the ones that all had a shot at winning. So over the next couple of days you are going to see nothing but the best, most exciting, most fun, most intense medium tank games that you guys sent in. Right? There's no filler here, it's all killer. Every one of the games that you're going to see over the next couple of days could have won the contest. So without any further ado, let's crack on with the very first game. This is Bobby293, but we can also call him Dmitry. He's in his T62 Russian tier 10 medium tank. He's on mines. It's a very, very tier 10 game. Look at his position on the team list. The tier 10 tank is halfway down the list. Lots of tier 10s in this game. Just blow the map up a little further so you can see more of what's going on. Now, he's making a run for the hill, as is their pattern and their AMX 1390. 1390. The problem with the 1390 on mines is you can get to the top of the hill first, but your gun isn't loaded when you get up there. And that 1390 is wishing he'd made a different choice. It's a T62A, a Lorraine 40T, and an enemy 1390 all going up there after him. It'll be a miracle if this guy gets off the hill alive. Oh, he's gotten off the hill alive. But look at the map. Enemy 1390 coming in. Now, our 1390 is making a run for the enemy base. He's thought, screw that, I ain't going anywhere near the hill. And he spots the enemy artillery. But our artillery is running for its life. One of them's just been counter-batteried. Our 1390 just got killed. Nobody's shooting at the enemy artillery. We've just lost 2 of our artillery. Oh my God, look at that. What a disaster. You couldn't have had a worse start to the game. And their 1390 is still running around. He managed to get in there, spot our artillery, kill one of them, and get out. Okay, we've killed that T62A. So Dmitry he's killing the Lorraine. Well, the Lorraine's not pointing his gun at him. He's angling his armour against the 1390 and he's just bouncing shot after shot and his tracks are eating it. Him and the pattern are pushing up. And they're going to kill this Lorraine. Lorraine's just emptying his magazine while he's still alive. He's dead. 1390 is now empty. He's no longer a threat. He's trying to back up. It's never going to happen. His only chance of survival up here was to turn around and power off this hill. Because they've lost the hill now. And there's his third kill. He's killed the T-62A. Between him and the Patton, they've killed the Rain, and they've nailed that 1390. And from this point on, there are basically two things going through my mind as I'm watching this game. The first is, holy shit. And the second is, why is he not dead? Now he spotted their T-92, and come on, finish him off. Bang. Okay, there you go. There's his fourth kill. And here's his fifth kill. This is carnage. Why is nobody shooting him? Okay, so they take a shot. I think that was the E-100. He puts one in the IS-4. IS-4 returns the compliment. Damages his tracks, does a bit of damage. Not a problem. We can live with that. Now they all know exactly where he is. Both him and the Patton. And frankly, I'm surprised enemy artillery is not shooting at these two guys, because he could be doing significant splash damage to them. The enemy team know exactly where they are. The E-100 and the Mouse are within proximity spotting range. They're within 50 metres. You know, you can't hide up here. They know where you are, but they're not pointing their guns at you. So they've obviously got, well, look at what they've got coming around the corner. Half the team and all the heavies are coming around. So these guys have got bigger problems, and that's just allowing Dimitri here to just peck them. The Mouse takes a shot, doesn't do any damage, but blows his tracks off. But hey, that's fine. We'll just keep putting shots through the top of the turret. T-110 comes around, parks up alongside the Mouse, concentrates his fire on the E-100. Here come the other heavies, nails the Mouse. IS-4 not interested in coming around the corner, and with good reason, because the second he does, Dimitri finishes him as well. 7 kills. Can he nail this E-75 as well? Well, the T-62A only does 320 damage with a shot, but it's got the best rate of fire of any of the tier 10 medium tanks. And the DPM from this thing, if you allow this thing to fire shot after shot after shot, the amount of damage it can put out is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, 7 kills. But they're being capped. Now, the Patton, this isn't a terrible idea that the Patton's having. The Patton has a fantastic view range. So he's perched up there in cover, trying to spot what's going on in the base. Now, the Patton does have very, very good view range, but obviously the guys who are in there have very, very good camo. So there's an M103, but he's not capping, so no fear. He knows he's got to charge this guy. He's got to take the hits, get in there, and just look at this gun go. Takes another hit, takes it on the nose, get in there, finish off the M103. You need to make sure this shot hits, and it does hit. There's his 8th kill. Okay, so there's an E50 capping, there's also an IS-7. And boom! Look at that. He's now an 83 health. Okay, well, you need to kill this IS-7. You can take advantage of the E50's lousy gun depression and just expose enough of yourself. Come on, IS-7 fires, bounces off his turret. Kill the IS-7, lower glacis, bang, there you go. Now, you can make it hard for that E50, because he has a lousy gun depression and you have a very, very low profile, and just show him your turret, and don't make it easy, keep moving. And there you go, he's damaged him, he's reset the cap, game 1. Patton's now moved up, E50 turns his attention to the Patton, big mistake. 10 kills, and the guys who went to cap also get 100% base cap, they all get their invader points. And holy shit, look at that. He fired 40 shots, 38 of them hit, took 12 hits, didn't die. He did 8,800 damage to the enemy team in this game, because they just didn't shoot at him. And those that did shoot at him, well, until the end, it was ineffective fire. Look at that. Sniper, Top Gun, Defender. That's a patch 7.5 replay, so there's obviously a bolter's medal there as well. 10 kills in a game where half the team were tier 10s. On a tiny little map like mine's, where there isn't that much space to manoeuvre for a medium tank. That is pretty spectacular. And I'll guarantee you, these scores here, 1500 experience, 76,000 credits, that is a standard account. If that was a premium account, that would be 100,000 credits easily. And the score, well, what we're looking at there, that's well over a 2000 XP game. Absolutely amazing game. He had his share of luck, he had his share of enemies who didn't take advantage of the opportunities, but you can't argue with that. 10 kills, you know, and he wasn't kill stealing. Some of them were, but I mean, he had to work for those kills. So well done, very, very well done indeed, and a taster of the kind of games you can expect to see before I get to announce the medium tank winner. Next up, you've seen his games before. This is Monatomic in the T-44 Russian Tier 8 medium tank. It's in a Tier 9 game on Abbey. Now, this was an intense game. The action on this game was going from one end of the map to the other and back again. It was all over the place. The T-44 is not a bad Tier 8 medium. It received a couple of buffs a few patches ago. It got a new engine, it got this LB10 gun, which is a sort of cut down version of one of the guns that you get on the T-54. Prior to that, it had the D10T 100mm gun, which just wasn't really very good. There's first contact. Enemy T-44. Now, don't get suckered into paying attention to that T-44. Just watch what's going on the map. Look at this train of heavy tanks going straight up the road on the east side. But look, nobody is watching the gap between the Abbey on the east side and the road on the east side. And bingo, there he goes, Type 59. Now, this could have been disaster. Monatomic spotted it. He gets one shot into him, doesn't do any damage. Friendly T-50 is coming back. Actually, it's T-50-2. Artillery's that hardly any of them are even moving. But they're firing back at him. They're defending themselves. It's an IS who paused while he was going around the southwestern side of the map. And there's an AMX 3090. It's actually the one who killed the S-51. It wasn't enemy artillery. So where's that 3090 firing from? That's what I'd like to know. We've gotten a couple of hits on this T-44, one damaged, one bounced. So the immediate threat to the base is over, but where is that 3090? There's another bounce. Ah, he's up there. There he is. And he's going to make a run for it, but we're going to reload just in time to give him a little kiss goodbye, and we bounce another shot from that T-44. But, have a look at the map. Check out what's going on up here, up in the top northeast corner. Now that AMX-50 Foch on the enemy team, he plays a hell of a game. He pretty much, well, just watch how things pan out. So, Monatomic, okay, the battle for the Abbey, and there wasn't much of a fight. There was a 3090 up there. He took advantage of the T-59 spotting artillery to get a kill, and then he ran off. That T-44's run off as well. So Monotomic's up here unopposed now, and he's getting up here to give some flanking fire. Because that's the best thing you can do with this gun. Shoot at the flanks of the guys who are coming back to defend the rush on their base. Now that T-44 is in front of him, just below this balustrade. You can see him just down there. Oh, enemy artillery. Okay, get these guys. There's one GW Panther. And you can take a great little hammer at it. Bang. There you go on the other one. T-54's not aiming at us. He's taking pot shots at this IS-3 he's trying to move around. Tiger 2 kills one of our IS-8s. And this is a good, strong defense by the enemy team. You know, you can't really complain about the enemy team in this game. They played well. This was an even fight. Ah, that would have been a kill on that Tiger 2. Come on, finish him off, finish him off, just hit him. Got him, right. Now they've got to know he's here, and there's not that many enemies. Oh, check out the other side of the map. A good hit on that T-54. We've got a heavy who's managed to get all the way around. But also, have a look, there's an IS has managed to sneak around as well. I didn't even notice him there. I was just tunnel vision as well, just focusing on what was going on in front of Monotomic's gun. Somebody got a good strong hit on that IS, possibly the T-32 who's coming back. But he's disappeared. So Monatomic spots him. He's going for the artillery and boom, blows his tracks off. I mean, he's not trying to blow his tracks off, he's aiming for his engine, but blows his tracks off again. Just giving Artie a chance to get out of there. Well, look at the map, you'll notice one of our GW Panthers has run for it. He's out the base and he's actually heading up the North Road on the eastern side of the map. Okay, there's kill number 4. Now that AMX-50 Foch, that is a seriously dangerous tank destroyer. It's got 150mm of armour at the front, sloped back at 60 degrees. Even his weak spots are difficult to penetrate at point blank range for the LB1 gun. Or the LB1 or is it the LB10? Whatever the gun that the T-44 is using. Oh, that T-34's in serious trouble. Okay, you need to kill one of them. Kill the target 2. Kill the target 2. Okay. Not enough. Too little, too late. I mean, that T-34 was never going to survive against 3 enemy tanks, but you know, we did what we could, whittled them down to 2. Both ourselves and that AMX-50 Foch are now on 5 kills each. And there's an enemy T-44 still running around somewhere. So we do have the advantage. We've got a T-32, there's us and a T-44, and we have 2 artillery. But you can't take anything for granted. I mean, I've shown you enough replays where we've seen people in worse situations than this pull wins out of their hats. Now, we do have the artillery advantage, and that AMX-50 Foch isn't going to have wandered far from the base. He's got to know that what we have is going to be coming looking for him. So the best thing we can do right now is spot him and let artillery kill him. But it's really dangerous doing that from up here because there is no cover. Although we can afford to take a risk because we haven't taken any damage yet. But it would be preferable not to be getting shot at by that guy's 120mm gun. So it looks like he's heading down, and then bam, there's the T-44. It looked like he was going to take a right turn here and park in the bushes at the end of the road behind him and try to spot from there, but his mind was made up for him when he saw this T-44 coming around. And there's a T-32 defending and the T-44 is badly damaged, but let's not take any chances. His first shot misses. That's just what this gun does, I'm afraid. T-44 is really a close-range flanking machine. Medium to close range, get around the sides, keep moving, shoot at their sides and rear. And that's not a bad mantra to have in your mind at all times when you're driving a medium tank. It's always be flanking. So the T-32 goes for it. He's trying to build up speed to ram him. Ah, it bounced. You know, with the buffs to sloped armour normalisation in patch 8, the front of the T-44 actually became as good as the front of the Type 59. It just doesn't have the bouncy turret that the Type 59 does. Although this is arguably a better gun than the Type 59 gets. Now, that GW Panther's actually made it into the enemy base. So that Foch driver now, he's got to make some decisions. He has to go back and defend the base. So he's not camping in the bushes in front of the cap circle, which is where you'd expect him to be. Otherwise that GW Panther would just be dead. So where the hell is he? The T-32's moving up. Where did this guy go? Ah, there he is. Okay, he is damaged. but I still don't fancy that T-32's chances against him. And creative use of physics wouldn't have been able to do this in patch 7.5. Lucky he ended up going down the hill sideways there. He's lucky he didn't rip his own tracks off, but he gets away with it. Doesn't take any. I mean, doesn't rip his tracks off. Doesn't even take any track damage. And you can't cap. You can't cap with that guy in that position. He's a tank destroyer. He's probably got coated optics or binocular telescope. He is going to be able to spot the cap circle from where he is. And unbelievably, the T-32 just drove right past him. He didn't go up to engage. He didn't even wait for Monatomic to arrive. So Monotomic's got to go up here alone. Well, he's not going up here alone because this is the gutsiest GW Panther driver you've ever seen. Now, this Foch driver knows what he is doing. I'm going to pause things right here. Ideally, Monatomic would be getting up there and parking himself on this guy's flank. But the Foch driver's parked himself in a corner where it's impossible to get around him. So that severely limits Monotomic's options. Now normally you'd think get up there, take one hit and just get in, but no, it's not going to happen. He's not going to be able to get around this guy. And the frontal armour of that thing is absolutely phenomenal. The GW Panther just takes a fraction of a second too long waiting to try and get a derp shot in, pays the price. When he knows he's fired, he gets around there and gets a side shot. Now, and this is what I'm talking about, the frontal armour of this thing is borderline overpowered. Watch this. He comes down, fires, gets a shot into us, but he's on low health. Now we need to penetrate him twice to kill him with this gun. And look at that, orange penetration indicator. Even aiming at his weak spots, he's not guaranteed to penetrate. So if ever he needed a lucky roll of the dice, there it is. And he gets him, and that was a spot of luck. That guy knew exactly what he was doing. The Foch driver was unlucky, but Monatomic worked for those 7 kills. I mean, you can't take that away from him. That was a hell of a well-played game. It was a tier 9 game on a small map like Abbey, in a tier 8 medium like the T-44. Walked away with 7 kills. Reacted to the appropriate threats, went where he was needed most. Just did everything you could expect a medium tank driver to do in a game like this, and walks away with 7 kills. Got a feel for the Foch driver though. 5 kills and losing. Oh, in fact, no, 6 kills and losing. But you know that every game has to have a winner and has to have a loser. And unfortunately, well, fortunately for Monatomic, he got the luck at the end and he walked away with the 7 kills. Next up, Altec V1 in the T-34-85, Russian tier 6 medium tank. For a long time I really didn't like this tank. Pretty much because I was playing it prior to patch 7.5, when the gun selection was abysmal and it would regularly get into tier 9 games. Well, patch 7.5 fixed the matchmaking, and this 85mm gun is actually really good. Now, this is a very generous matchmaking spread for the T-34-85. It's a tier 6 encounter battle on steps. But he's not going to have it all his own way. There are a lot of tier 6s in this game. Now, looking at the spread of the way the team's going, this is about your standard mid-tier game, where you've got the tank destroyers rushing forward on the flank. They think they're all driving heavy tanks. They're about to find that they're not. There we go, SU-100 just got humiliation killed by a T-40. Don't worry, he's going to be in good company. Now, there's our first shot. A good penetrating hit on that Jagdpanzer 4. Jagdpanzer 4 and the VK-3601, both with those 88mm L56 guns. Absolutely not the kind of gun you want to be using at 300 meter range, because you're just going to miss. That's just what they do. It's one of the reasons why the Jagdpanzer 4 is just not that good a tank destroyer. It's got a gun that really belongs on a medium tank, a close range brawling medium tank. So Altec is feeling pretty lonely out here. There is some support coming up, but not a lot. And the guys who... oh, there's the flying bathtub. You really didn't want to screech to a halt in the middle of an open field like that, mate. It will not end well. So there's at least 4 of them crouched behind that rock. Make that 3 of them. Somebody just nailed the S-35. KV-1S coming up to our side. And the guys that went down the western flank, they're just going to evaporate any minute now. They all just fail horribly down there. Oh, flanking shot. You know, you see this time and time and time again. The VK3601H has some of the best armour at tier 6. Now, it's got some of the best armour at tier 7. And there we go, there's everybody dying on the other side of the game. But these 3601 drivers, they constantly keep showing you the side of their tank, where you're going to penetrate them every time. Because it's basically, there's no sloping on that thing at all, it's just a big block of armour. And you need to angle it and present your strongest armour to the enemy gun. And you see 3601 drivers just never do that. Meanwhile, ha! Penetrated, damaged, and blew your tracks off. Hold on, we're just going to reload and we'll get back to you. There's his first kill. And, oh yeah, here's his second kill. Now, 3601H, gun pointing the other way. KV-1S coming up. Our KV-1S has the 85mm gun. It doesn't have the 122mm yet. And this 3601H doesn't know whether to shit or go blind. Which way are you going to point that gun? Well, we'll give you a choice. Either way, you're screwed from one direction. And while he's dithering about it, yeah, we'll just put another 154 damage into him. Okay, and the KV-1S gets the shot. Now, up there you're going to see one of the many reasons why the M3V is so spectacularly shit. Screw that, I'll back up. And because his gun can no longer point at us, he thinks he's safe. Well, you reckon without that massive tumour sticking up out the top of your tank that serves no purpose other than to get you killed by tanks that you can't shoot back at. Now, T-150 from the front. There's really only one place you can reliably penetrate a T-150 from the front at this kind of range, and that's that narrow strip underneath the turret and above the glacis. But you need to be accurate to hit it. So instead of trading shots with a T-150, let's go around the flank. And this is what you should always have in the forefront of your mind when you're driving a medium tank. It's not always possible to do it, but it's the sort of thing you should always be aiming to do, and that's always be flanking. Like that. Oh, careful, T-150 has fired. Okay, get up there and return fire. That's what we like to see. Fake him out, fake him out. Somebody else will shoot that in too. Come on. Wait for him to fire, wait for him to fire. Oh, use the lee as cover. Oh, there we go. Nah, missed. Whoa, check the map. Artillery just popped up. Yep, he's just seen him as well. What to do, what to do. It's only tier 3 artillery, but the T-3485 is well armoured, but it's well sloped. It's not that thick. Oh, Panzer IV. I will have him. Okay, the Lorraine has fired and did 101 damage. And this was a dubious choice. He fires and misses, and instead of finishing him off... Now, I can see why he did this. If that had penetrated, that would have been a kill on the T-150, and that would have been a valuable kill, but it didn't penetrate. And he's kind of lucky that that Lorraine 39 didn't get a second shot into him. So, a suspect decision. I can see why he did it. He wanted to remove that T-150, and he was unlucky that his shot into the flank of the T-150 didn't penetrate. But it could have caused him problems if that Lorraine had managed to unload a second shot into him. But it all worked out in the end. Now he took a shot from the flank there, and it's this T-3485, you can see him. And again, why sit in a position where you don't have the advantage and just trade shots with somebody? Never fight on an even footing. Always look for the advantage. So Hell, here we go. Now, everybody's just swapped positions here. Now, the other two tanks left alive on the team are hiding behind the rock, and the enemy team are coming to get them out from behind the rock. So Altec goes around the flank. You know, always look for the advantage. Now, there's a KV-1 there. He's just reset the cap. The KV-1 is angling well, but it is only a KV-1. He's doing the best that he can to defend himself against this 85mm gun, but he is only in a KV-1. Now, here comes trouble. So that was good. This KV-1S has a 122mm gun. If he hits him... Oh, we really needed that one to penetrate. We can probably survive. There we go, 351 damage. That's going to leave him out. Blown his tracks off. Good. Get around him. Keep moving, keep moving. Remember, he has a 15-second reload on that gun. Make sure this one hits somewhere you can penetrate, like right there. 3601H just killed their KV-1S. Churchill kills him. And we finish the Churchill off. 7 kills. And he pretty much had to work for most of those kills. That was a well played game. Certainly didn't have it all his own way. I mean, there were plenty of tier 6 tanks on the enemy team. And you know, you could say, well, some of those tanks on the enemy team didn't have a clue what they were doing. Well, yeah, that's true. Half of his team didn't have a clue what they were doing. Everybody who went down the western flank just failed and died horribly. And it was another one of those games where, you know, you get into one position of advantage and then suddenly the tables just turn. and it was just, yeah, well played game. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. Very, very fun, very entertaining to watch somebody driving a T-34-85 as well as that. One slightly dodgy decision with that artillery in front of him, who could have caused him problems, and instead he went for the T-150. But you can see why he went for the T-150. T-150 was showing him his flank. It's an enemy tier 6 heavy tank on low health. One shot from that 85mm gun could have killed him, and that's why he went for the T-150. He took the risk. It didn't pay off because the shot bounced on the T-150. But the artillery didn't capitalise on it. He got away with it, killed the artillery. T-150 died anyway. So those are the choices you make, and that's why you make those choices. They don't always pay off, but sometimes you get away with it. And Altec certainly got away with it. 7 kills. Can't argue with a result like that. Well, we're going to round this collection off with it's Big Dog again. Taking no prisoners in his usual style, this time in his BATCHAT 25T, in a standard battle on Mountain Pass, because that's the only kind of battle you get on Mountain Pass, as far as I'm aware. Patch 8 game. BATCHAT with 105mm gun, and the 5-shot clip. You know, usually you see people in BATCHAT games, and they usually play one or two ways. They're very aggressive right from the start and they die, or they hold back and they wait until the enemy team's been thinned out, and then they go on the attack. Big Dog doesn't have time for any of that shit. You've seen the rest of his games. You know how he plays. The man is a psychopath. Look at this. Gone for the M48's tracks there, trying to pin him in place so he can kill him. Oh, he's out of the map. Damn it.
Our track is hit. It could break any minute.
Look at this. Who's come around this corner with him? T-44 and an E-100. That's it. The rest of the team are all piling over the bridge in the middle. The enemy team doesn't appear to have anybody guarding the bridge in the middle of the map, and that's a whole cluster of heavies charging over that bridge. Well, this should be an interesting game. Oh, Big Dog's reloaded. Hello, Mr. M48. We meet again. That's his first kill. I swear, this guy is an utter psycho. His games are always like this. You've seen his other replays. It doesn't matter what he's driving, he is Captain Aggressive. T-34 up there, he doesn't give a shit. He's going to go for it. Oh, T-34 turned his turret. Damn Damn this French gun depression. Oh, look, T-62A, an IG-152, an M48A1. Eventually, that E100 might actually get involved in the fight, but at the moment, it's him and the T-44, and the T-44's dead. Oh, and here comes artillery. Arty to the rescue. Nails the T-34. So, suddenly, that T-62A isn't looking quite so clever. And that E100's lumbering up the hill. Big Dog's going for a reload. He's not quite that mad to charge a T-62A without any ammunition. This enemy team is getting its arse kicked 7 different ways to Sunday. Come on, reload the gun. Go and do what you do, Big Dog. And we're reloaded. That's a quick look. Sees the 100. Says, haha, I'm going to steal all your kills. Now, well, he is going to need some help here. The BATCHAT's gun does not have the damage output to kill another... Unless he gets an ammo rack hit, he's not going to kill another tier 10 tank with a full magazine. Oh crap, is he? He might. Oh my god, he did! I mean, he took a pounding, but Big Dog doesn't have time for repairs.
Let's go.
There we go. Tracks back up and charge. You can load when you're dead. Get in there, Big Dog. Do that thing you do. Although we better hurry, there's not many of the enemy tanks left. There was an S-51 down there. Oh, there it is. Come on, Big Dog, get a move on. Somebody else is going to kill them all. And I just don't know how he gets away with it. Look at that. Look at it. Do not ever fire on the move when you're driving a French tank. Those are the rules. and don't ram anything when you're driving a BATCHAT. And it's just... He is the luckiest bastard I have ever seen driving any tank. He just gets away with stuff that gets me killed every time. Look at this, he's on 5 kills. Somebody stop him. Can he get Top Gun? I think he deserves Top Gun. What have they got left? An E100 and a T32. Oh, the T32. Oh, come on, reload and just destroy that T32. Come on, do it. Do it! Oh, come on, guys, don't kill them all. Oh, brilliant, he's reloaded. Oh, this is just going to be humiliating. Here's Johnny! Oh, it's an IS-8. From behind, 2 shots left. Can he kill him? I think he can. Get one in the E100 while you're here. He's never going to reload in time to kill the E100 as well, surely. I mean, that just wouldn't... Holy crap, the E100's doing alright. Oh, E100 with that gun. Shooting in the rain. Yeah, that'll do the trick. There is no way he's going to be able to reload in time to kill this E100, surely. Oh, come on. My god, I think he is. What, 46 health and the E100 has turned... Oh, he's going to do it. He's going to do it. Oh, he's not. Oh! Finally, there is justice in the world. I actually thought he was going to get around the E100's gun there. Well, that was surprising. I never expected to see Big Dog actually die. But 7 kills. Holy crap. Well, I hope you found those games entertaining anyway. Big Dog, you glorious, crazy bastard, you. And if you've seen any of his other replays, he plays no differently no matter what he's driving. In fact, I would love to have seen one of his artillery replays. That would have been amusing. But Big Dog ain't got no time for artillery. So, anyway, there you go. That brings this collection of medium tank roundups to a close. And I hope you've enjoyed them. There's plenty more where these ones came from, just like that. I'm hoping... well, the plan is to show you the artillery winner on Christmas Day. So it'll be a Christmas present for somebody. And, you know, if you don't celebrate Christmas, then, I don't know, Happy Hanukkah or whatever, who cares. 25th of December is the plan for my announcing the winner of the medium tank replay contest. And between now and then, you're only going to see the best of the best. So, got that to look forward to. In the meantime, as always, take care on the battlefield, and I'll catch you next time.